Thank you for having me here today. My name is Jamal Maatuka. I've been coaching softball for the past 3 years. More than happy to answer any questions.
First off, Coach, as a kid, did you like to play baseball?
No, funny story, I'm not a baseball guy. I've always had regrets about not playing baseball. I think if you got nice hand-eye coordination and you could throw and catch, you could do pretty well with that sport. Size wasn't too important. But I thought I was a football guy as a youngster. That's all I played, and so that's a regret of mine.
How do you think your season went?
I think this year was quite successful. We easily had the most talented team we've had in my 3 years, and maybe even over the past 6 years. However, softball is a very difficult sport to crack into if you just start during your high school tenure. And many of my athletes were just starting out with us their freshman year. But we do not monitor their success by wins and losses, and their progress from the beginning of the year to the end of the year have been outstanding, and their progress from their freshman year to now their junior year is definitely outstanding. So I'm very impressed with the young ladies.
How did you become a coach in general?
I've always been a big fan of athletics, and I pride myself on being a good communicator, and I think that's all coaching is. So once I realized that I couldn't play anymore, I was going to do everything in my possibility to still be a part of the game.
Which player, in your opinion, did the best or improved the most over the season?
That's a real tough question because most of the positions are so differentiated based on skill level, right? So a first baseman may not be your most athletic individual, but they have to have an outstanding glove. So, if you're a great first baseman, how do I compare that to my center fielder who has to have a pretty decent glove but great feet? And then similarly to a shortstop who has to have nice feet and a good glove. So it would be impossible for me to say who's the best athlete or, who was doing the best. But again, these young ladies, the jobs I asked them to do, they were pretty phenomenal at.
What do your players do in practice and pregame to prepare for a game?
Well, what we really have to focus on within our program are the fundamentals. Throwing and catching is everything, and then we have to be able to put the bat on the ball. So our pregame rituals, our practices, they really focus in on throwing that ball, catching the ball, and more importantly, hitting the ball.
Is there anything you think your team can improve on?
Yeah, we have a lot we can improve on. I think the key to our future success isn't so much what we do during the season, but what we do in the off season. My young ladies have to be softball players in the summertime and even in the fall. And once they start doing that, I think we'll be able to compete with some of the more experienced teams that we face.
What was your winning percentage or your record this year?
We ended up being 5-21 at the end of the season. At the beginning of the year, I really thought this was the year we may see double digits, at least 10 victories. But some teams really improved, and as well as we've improved, they improved also. And so we took the few victories we had, but we played a lot of teams tough this year. And most people recognize that Central Softball isn't the team that you want to have your senior day on anymore.
How many seniors did you have this season? How do you think they did this year?
Yeah, we had some outstanding seniors this year. This was my first year having seniors. I had two, and one had been with me been with the program all 4 years. The other took a year off due to injuries. But these seniors were everything you could ask for. They were the leadership we needed. They were the calming force within times of adversity. And more importantly, when it came to work ethic, I never had to talk to my seniors about giving great effort. They led by example, not so much by word. I just hope that our underclassmen really recognized how outstanding these seniors were. Very impressed with them. It was Becca Chrisman and Jenny Sola, and they truly were outstanding leadership.
Who was your toughest opponent, and who made them so tough, and what made them so tough?
we saw a lot of good teams, but by far the one that sticks out in my mind the most was Mount Zion. These young ladies obviously have been playing the game since third grade or maybe even out of the womb. They were so intricate. They had wristband coaches. Why do you have a wristband coach in softball? I'm so behind in the game. I still do not know why they had wristband coaches, but they were running plays on us, which was pretty phenomenal and even unnecessary. They could just hit the ball out the park if they wanted to, but it was the most impressive thing I had ever seen.
What opponent did you have the least trouble with?
No, we had trouble with everyone. Everyone's tough. I think softball is a game of matchups. Basically, it's their pitching versus our pitching, and then our ability to hit their pitcher and their ability to hit ours. We have a tough young lady who's our pitcher, but unfortunately, she's still new to the game, and her top speed is a speed most teams can time up. So she's gotten great at throwing strikes when we need it and controlling the game, but teams are able to deal with our pitching. Their pitching is always tough. And so it's our ability to step up to the plate and hit their pitcher, who's usually pretty fast.